I'm Dr. Jennifer Guttman, and I'd like to welcome you to Decision Making at Work, the third episode in my 2020 Sustainable Life Satisfaction series, empowering tips for at home and at work. I developed this motivational lifestyle platform using 6 techniques that can be effective in helping people attain more satisfaction in their lives. Decision making is by far one of our most challenging daily tasks. We literally make thousands of decisions every day. In this episode, I want to share some tips to help empower you to evaluate the authenticity of the important decisions you're making at work. The first is, if your job is unfulfilling, ask yourself, should I stay because I have job security and pressing financial obligations, or should I start looking for something else because my emotional well-being depends on it? Knowing how long to stay at or when to leave a job is always a tough decision to make. Weigh the pros and cons of each as authentically as possible. Avoid being impulsive and make sure you have a strategy in place for either option. The second is, if you find yourself conflicted about whether you're passionate about the work you're doing, ask yourself if you're committed to your area of specialization or if it feels like it's time to make a shift to another field. Carefully research all your short-term and long-term options. Dig deep to see what feels authentically right to you, as opposed to what might seem right to others. The third is, if you feel like you're not being challenged at work, ask yourself if you should take on a challenge outside of your job. Consider volunteering to support a project or a cause that will inherently inspire and stimulate you. Doing something like this can also foster growth and confidence in your abilities when you feel like you're stagnating at work. The fourth is, if you're in college and COVID complications have adversely affected and delayed your graduation strategy, ask yourself what your new options may be. Curate alternatives such as whether you should take a gap year before finishing school, try virtual employment upon graduating, or choose graduate school instead of the workforce. There is no right or wrong decision. Make the decision that feels right for you. Remember, with each decision you make, weigh each option without noise from the outside world. This will help you make the most authentic decisions. Writing down a pros and cons list along with journaling will also help immensely. Use a notes app on your phone to write down epiphanies. You know yourself better than anyone, so make sure your decision-making process is in your best interest. Please join me next month for my episode on decision-making at home.